Good evening, I'm Callahan Marshall. Thank you for joining us tonight. Phones were ringing off the hook here and at the Oneida County 911 Center. 240 calls about an odor of gas being reported from several parts of the county. News Channel 2's Brent Carney is live in the studio with more on where the smell was coming from and why we were smelling it. Brent, good evening.
Good evening, Callahan. Good news is that county officials are telling me there was no gas leak and there's no danger to the public. And the cause of that smell came from here, the Tennessee gas pipeline facility in West Winfield.
Deputy Director of Oneida County Emergency Services Dan Appler tells me routine maintenance at this natural gas facility in West Winfield caused quite the scare on Sunday.
This morning, about maybe 9:55, we started getting some 911 calls of odors of what people were describing as natural gas odor. It started in the basically the Sequoia Paris area, and then we started getting them in the New Hartford area, and then it moved up to Utica and Westmoreland and as far as Rome.
The Tennessee Pipeline natural gas facility is owned by the Kinder Morgan Energy Company out of Texas. This pipeline is almost 12,000 miles long and stretches from the Gulf of Mexico through New England. The company says the odor was from preventative maintenance that was being done on the pipeline at the compressor station in West Winfield. The company sending me a statement and saying in part, there was no leak. The pipeline was depressurized during the scheduled maintenance work, which involves the safe venting of some natural gas to the atmosphere. There was no environmental impacts or evacuations associated with the event. So how did the odor travel so far? WKTV meteorologists say the southeast winds are what carried the odor. Appler says all fire departments across the county reported no trace of gas at each of the calls they went to. So if it wasn't gas, what were you smelling?
It was what they add to the natural gas, because that natural gas is odorless, colorless. So they add what's called mercaptan, and that gives it the odor, that gives it that egg smelling thing.
Appler says mercaptan is harmless. He says one of his concerns is why the plant notified other surrounding counties, warning them of a possible odor, but not Oneida County. He says this matter will be addressed in their follow-up meeting with the company.
Anytime after a situation like this, or any situation that's a little out of the ordinary, we always have what's called an after action. I think lessons learned here is they will contact us in the future if they are going to do a scheduled maintenance. Like I said, they contacted the 3 other counties, they just didn't contact the one that got all the phone calls that time.
Again, a scary morning for a lot of us here in Oneida County, but officials are just happy it wasn't anything harmful. In the studio, Brent Carney, News Channel 2.